Hey fam, what's up? This is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com. So you want to be a singer? Why you want to do that? Okay, so it's the new year 2009, and actually I just read an email from someone who was telling me how they had watched my videos and didn't think they could do it, and you know, it's the same old story. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I get such great emails from people about the blog, and that's why I'm going to try to do a blog a week. And it's just wonderful to help people out, but also in doing the videos, a lot of times I learn. So anyway, what I want to get to, what did I want to call this blog? I wanted to call it Build Your Network. Okay, and I always have to try to figure out, because I don't really write everything out, I have to try to figure out what I'm talking about when I say something. But build your network. Well, I'm in a small business group. I have my own publishing company, and I'm trying to build it, you know. And I was talking to, like, I'm in the small business group, we had what they call a loan review. And in the loan review, a person had to present their information and all this different stuff. I was reading over this person's executive summary for their business, and it was just riddled. I mean, it was just so many typos, so much bad grammar, so many things that were just like totally like out of place. It was like nobody even reread this. You know, no one edited, no one else looked at it. And the lady is an older lady, you know, and she probably threw it together a little bit. But this was supposed to be a professional presentation. And in your presentation, if you're going to be professional, you have to cover all the points. Like they say, cross all the T's and dot all the I's. And the reason I say build your network is because you have to connect with a number of people around you who can help you do what you need to do. We're all in business for ourselves. If you're an artist, you're generally independent. You are in business for yourself, which means you probably write, you know, or you have to find your own material, or you write your own material, you do your own recording, you're paying for your own recording, you know, if you're putting up websites, you're doing all your own writing, you're doing your own photos, you know, you might get somebody to take photos for you, but you're probably going to, you know, pick the ones that you want. And see, with all these things, we do them on our own. I do them on my own, but I do have help. You know, as far as writing things out, like even you look on my blogs, you look on my websites, almost everything on those sites has been at least proofread by a few friends. And what these people will do, they're good friends, they're old friends, and they will rip me apart, okay? Not really, but you know, they will point out, they don't care about my feelings, because when I say I want to know blah blah blah, they tell me blah blah blah, you know. So if this doesn't make sense, they say it doesn't make sense. Maybe if you say it, why did you do this that way? What does that mean? You know, and you need someone outside. You need an outside eye, and sometimes several, if you're planning on building a business. That's why generally when, you know, someone who's wealthy, when they start a business, they have a whole board of directors. You know, they have all these people that will come together and they'll make the decisions for the business. That's not just because they need more people on to help them open a business. It's because they need as much insight as they can get. And that insight comes from several different places. Someone like P. Diddy, even, you know, he has assistants. He has people who talk to him and say, listen, you know, this might not work with that. Well, I got an idea. Well, why don't you try it like this? We're going to market, you know, they go through marketing. Oh, this is going to be such a rambling thing. I'm going to do a lot of cutting. Okay? But, okay, build your network. For a singer, where do you start out? That's what I want to say. For a singer, one of the first things you need is someone who's willing to listen to you. You know, and that could be your friends. That could be people at an open mic. But generally, you pay someone professional who does this for a living, a coach or a teacher. If you're in school and you're lucky, you know, you're going to a public school or private school, and, you know, you're studying, Take class. The class is free. You know, you're already there. Take the class. You know, take choir. Take whatever it is that you need to take in order to get feedback. When you're writing things, like say for your biography, for your resume, for let's say an audition submission, you have to know somebody who can go over your submission and say, okay, this isn't right. Well, you should write this instead. You should try this. You know, even when people write me personal emails, sometimes I have a tendency to do a little bit of editing. I'm like, this person can't spell. And it's not necessarily a bad thing if I can understand what they're saying, but I do think, wow, they need to work on their spelling. You know, or their grammar or whatever. But when you're putting this out professionally, you know, to people who are going to be looking at it all over the world, you know, sometimes the package is more important than, you know, what you're presenting. You know, your voice is like secondary. They're like, oh, sometimes you don't get past them reading that opening letter. And if it looks really bad, they just say, what can I do with this? You know, nothing. But as far as building your network, this is so rambling. So you need to build your network as you go along, and as you audition, and as you do shows, and as you meet more people, it'll happen. You know, you'll get to know people. You'll find out that, oh, this person is a good writer. Oh, this person is a good dancer. This person knows a good writer. This person knows someone who takes photographs. Even like, okay, if I go and get my photos done professionally, I don't just sit there and decide myself which photos I'm going to choose. I send them out to a dozen people. And I say, well, how does this one look? How does that one look? What is this one saying? What about this one? You know, I want to know what their favorites are. And I already have my favorites naturally, but I want an outside opinion. One time I did a commercial shoot. And a commercial shoot is for you to do advertisements for like billboards and for actual live commercials. And I sent it out to a bunch of people, and I got especially one person sent me back stuff saying, oh, I don't know if you want to use that picture, because I mean, it's all about the clothes. I mean, you look like you're like an athlete or something, and you know. And then another one who's saying, I don't know, you look like you're working someplace, like you're working at McDonald's or something. I mean, it doesn't. And you know, he was being so upfront and stuff, and he was writing things about how he felt bad about it. But he was giving me exactly what I needed. What I needed to know with these photographs, these certain photographs, is that they were presenting not me, the person, but they were presenting the look or the feel, and he was telling me exactly what I needed to know. Yes, I was looking for an athlete. I was trying to promote, you know, golf balls or you know, basketballs or you know, I don't want to say a line, but outerwear, you know, or athletic wear, you know. And the one thing, I was trying to look like a service representative, somebody who was, you know, a bank teller or worked at McDonald's or a cashier. You know, I wanted that kind of thing, and it was the perfect feedback that I needed. So you don't always have to tell people what you're looking for. You just have to give it to them and say, tell me what you think about this. You know, and you need to find people that are not what they call yes men. You need to find people who are going to tell you what they think. And if it hurts your feelings a little bit, I mean, so what? This is your job. You know, it's better for them to hurt your feelings than for you to put out materials and to do things that when you get up in front of real professional people, they're going to be like, well, how did you ever get by with this? So anyway, I probably rambled on and on this. Build your network. If you have more questions, like if you have more questions, just down here. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Robert Anton. I don't want to do the peace sign. robertanton.com